You know, there are many benefits when we radically reduce chemicals in our homes. And one in particular is that with fewer chemicals in our homes, our bodies will absorb fewer chemicals in our lifetimes. And you may have heard the term body burden. This actually refers to the total amount of toxic chemicals that are present in the human body at a given point in time. Some chemicals or their byproducts can lodge in our bodies for only a short period of time. Others can remain for years in our tissues and organs. For example, arsenic is mostly excreted within right about 72 hours, but DDT can remain in the body for up to 50 years. Scientists estimate that everyone alive today carries at least 700 contaminants, and the chemical landscape created as a result of our intensive chemical use during the 20th century has actually been internalized. The process starts before birth, when chemicals stored in a woman's body actually cross the placenta, and it continues through breastfeeding. And this is an unintended legacy that mothers pass on as their body burdens also become their children's. The Environmental Working Group conducted testing to help assess the body burden of chemicals in the cord blood of newborns. And prior to this study, it had been believed that the placenta acted to protect the fetus from these types of contaminants. But the results were both staggering and very enlightening. They detected 287 chemicals in the cord blood. Of those, 180 cause cancer in humans or animals. 217 are toxic to the brain and nervous system, and 208 cause birth defects or abnormal development in animal tests. So the dangers of pre- or postnatal exposure to this complex mixture of carcinogens, developmental toxins, neurotoxins have never been studied, but they're obviously concerning. Sadly, our children are exposed to many toxins and dozens of untested chemicals all the time. And this cartoon says it all. Our children are actually the testing ground for many of the chemicals produced today. In general, you can find out more about the chemicals in the fish that you eat than you can discover about the chemicals stored in your own body. But in a few countries, like Sweden, body burden monitoring is extensive, so the government can track how well it is doing to reduce people's exposure to these environmental chemicals. And it gives communities a kind of report card and an early warning system that identifies new chemicals that are on the increase. And perhaps someday the rest of the world will take a lesson from the Swedes and establish extensive community-based body burden monitoring programs. So how can we reduce our body burden? By making even the smallest of changes in our own homes. Because if small amounts of chemicals in the body can have a negative effect, then conversely, eliminating even small amounts can have a positive effect. You are making a difference by providing solutions like our EnviroCloths, our mop systems, our window cloth, all designed to radically reduce the use of harmful chemicals. These are significant steps in the right direction. It's a perfect time for Norwex and you to bring concerns about human health and the environment into focus for people everywhere.